Welcome back to the Daily Taoist with Will S. We are talking about the Tao Te Ching and how to get back into spirit and alignment with the way. I will be your host on this journey of 81 verses. Today I'll be talking about verse 17, living as an enlightened leader or living as a servant leader. With the greatest leader above them, people barely know one exists. Next comes one whom they love and praise. Next comes one whom they fear. Next comes one whom they despise and defy. When a leader trusts no one trusts him. The great leader speaks little. He never speaks carelessly. He works without self-interest and leaves no trace. When all is finished, the people say, "We did it ourselves." To reflect this lesson in this verse of the Tao Te Ching means changing how you see authority, which means viewing great or enlightened leaders as those who don't actually lead anyone. Brandon, John, Dayton. Through the perspective of the Tao, such individuals create an environment where everyone feels that they have a personal responsibility to and are part of the process. By adopting this model of an enlightened leader, you'll be more than likely to alter the ways you criticize and admire captains of industry, government, or religion, as well as the way you guide others. The advice in this 16th verse is directed toward leaders of all kinds. In fact, you can personalize it by substituting parent or teacher for leader. Examine the ways you view your own tactics and then make changes that are necessary in order to be someone who makes an enlightened difference in the lives of others. First, you must stay in the background and become an acute observer of what's taking place. Then ask yourself without interfering. You can create an environment that will help everyone act responsibly. The Tao advises taking yourself as invisible as is possible if you truly wish to be an effective leader. Thus, perhaps your best strategy would be actually leave the room and allow everyone else to act without feeling they need to impress you. Maybe you should offer a slight suggestion and then an immediate departure. Knowing smile or gesture that conveys to the group that you trust in its ability to figure things out for themselves. Possibly what's needed for you is a quick story of how others have resolved similar issues. If you could simply meditate and send positive conflicting energy, resolving energy to all individuals present. Whatever your decision, you will be well aware of the need to create an environment where everyone will be able to say, "We fixed it ourselves," without the need for any interference from anyone. We really don't need a supervisor. This approach, of course, involves suspending your desire to be seen as a strong authority figure. Truly inspiring leaders get results by their own example. They encourage others to be responsible and do the right thing, but not by proclaiming and bragging about their impeachable management. They create space for others to be inspired and to achieve their own greatness. The time comes for receiving accolades. They dissolve in the background, wanting everyone else to feel that their accomplishments arose from their own leadership qualities. The supreme Taoist leader always leaves people to choose and pursue their own way of life, their own conception of the good. The view of a self styled authoritarian is not the way of an enlightened leader. Leaders see themselves rather, they raise their energy of an environment through a viewpoint that elevates lower inclinations. All right, today is the day to raise your frequency to 432 hertz on this planet Earth, this plane of existence. We are moving into a fifth dimensional plane of existence. Those of us who have a high vibration and we are star seeds going back to source, we're going north. Those of us who haven't done the required reading, work on themselves, self-development, their frequency is below 432, they can't break the psychic barrier and they're going back down. They're going down to be recycled for neg source, and they're going to be reincarnated in order to have learned another lesson. Okay? In this verse, the Tao offers 3 other ways of choosing to be a leader. One option is to make a difference in the lives of others, resolving conflicts through love. Rather, to be an instrument of love and having to make an effort to praise others. The leader stays in harmony with the Tao. Those who are praised are inclined to become self-loving and act in a cooperative rather than competitive fashion. The drawback is that using the approval and affection of a leader for motivation means tuning control of one's life over to that leader. But if you see that the choice is between love or fear, the Tao always sees love as superior. The ineffectiveness of a fear of a leadership style is obvious. If I can get you to do what I desire by using that weapon, then you'll only behave in these ways as long as I have the power to threaten you. When I leave, my influence over you departs as well. Studies have measured the effectiveness of teachers who were considered strict disciplinarians. Students in this setting were well behaved when the feared individual was in the room, but when he or she departed, the classroom turned chaotic. The opposite was true of instructors who viewed education as an opportunity to praise and encourage students. Their presence or absence from the room had almost no noticeable impact. This is a great thing to keep in mind if you are a mother or a father. That is, do you want your children to behave only when you are around? Or do you want them to have the self-discipline to conduct themselves wisely while you are there or not? I've always believed that parents are not for leaning upon, but rather exist to make leaning unnecessary. The least effective means for managing others is to use tactics that will encourage them to despise you. For the moment they leave your sight, they will defy all that you say and stand for. Dictators always find this out the hard way. especially in Canada. When people they've abused rise up to threaten them in the most intolerable fashion in the way they've been treated. We've seen this around the world in China, Canada, United States, Russia, Australia, to name a few. Children who despise a parent similarly tend to emulate the hateful tactics to which they were subjected, or they detach themselves completely from that dictatorial adult and spend years attempting to heal the scars from terrible treatment. Thanks, Dad. Thanks for years of emotional abuse that I'm now healing from. I appreciate it, but you're getting neg source trash today, my friend. I love you, but your vibrational frequency is not high enough to ascend to the fourth dimension. So we're gonna have to say goodbye this year. The enlightened leader trusts those whom he or she is in a positive position to govern. This view results in trust as he or she who has faith in the people will be trusted by them in turn. Consequently, they'll be able to say, "We did it ourselves, Terence." So raise your children to be self sufficient, to make their own decisions as soon as they're able, and to feel pride in the decisions that they do make. See yourself as an enlightened leader and show the world a new type of leadership. Children who grew up with such a view will be the next generation of great leaders that Lao-Tzu describes. You hear that, millennials? You hear that, Generation Z? Okay? Get off TikTok or follow my TikTok, follow my Twitter. You will be the class of 22. Okay? Your generation, your kids, right? They're the future, right? They will be the defining future of 2044, right? So garbage in equals garbage out. Okay? So start reading books to your children again, guys. Start reading again. Start digesting long form content, Dayton. Get off of YouTube. Okay? YouTube is dumbing you down. It's 2, 2, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. It's 2, 4, 4, 4 backwards. Okay? It's dumbing your vibrational frequencies down. It really is. Okay? You need to vibrate higher at 432 hertz healing frequency all the time, 24/7, 364. Okay? For 13 months of the year. You have to start activating your DNA to wake up. And you have to have a regimen in regards to your physical health in order for your chakras to be in alignment. Okay? It just is part of becoming a living Buddha. See yourself as someone who is an enlightened leader and show the world a new type of leadership. And this is what I believe the esteemed master Lao-Tzu was offering you today. Instead of becoming or believing that you know what's best for others, trust that they know what is best for themselves. Okay? I trust you. I trust all of my listeners. I trust all of my associate all true network. Okay? If you're no longer in my network, if I no longer communicate with you, it's because I no longer trust you. Okay? You either were in service of self and self-interest, and you were selfish ash whore, and you never 69'd me. Okay? You never reciprocated energy, time, or money in in the interactions in the last 10, 15 years. Okay, if you're still in my field of energy, okay, you are enveloped by my psychic energy, my psychic bubble. Okay, that's how powerful that psychic energy is. But if you are no longer in my field of energy or my dharma, okay, you just need to get out of the way. Don't contact me. I won't pick up the phone for you anymore, Walter. Uh, I won't pick up the phone for you anymore, Terrence. Okay, I won't pick up the phone for you, Rob. I just won't. I tried to warn a lot of people that this was coming, but I had to believe that you know what is best for others and trust that they know what is best for themselves. So if you chose the universe B, Chris, I'm sorry, man. You're going down. You're going to be recycled. I can't stop something that's already in motion, right? So today really is the day. I've been trying to just politely ask for my 69s. I will be getting increasingly annoying over the next 10 days because uh, my cosmic accounts are due. So, and they're due every month on the 15th, the 1st and the 15th of the month. All right, that's when I do my invoicing cosmically. So, allow other people to share their thoughts about the path they see for themselves. Let your position be known, but also convey you trust them to make the right choice. Then step back and peacefully believe that you look at the situation will change. Offer praise for those in your charge by making their own decisions, even when their behavior may conflict with yours. Trust yourself to give the best response by not seeing yourself as knowing what's right. Remember the phrase from the Tao Te Ching, when a leader trusts no one trusts him. The surest way to gain the faith of those who you govern or supervise is to allow them to make as many decisions as possible. Taking pride in refusing to take credit for the achievements of others. I never have. I never have my entire life. I've never took even now. Even now I'm not the sole co-founder, okay, of my projects, right? They've been brainchilds of masterminds, right? Of either one or two people getting together to think about something and then making it a reality, right? Doomer Bloomers was a brainchild of mine and John Wynn's. Yukon was a brainchild of mine and Terry's. But Terry never 69 me, so he's going down. Like I don't, right? He hasn't paid his mental rent, man. So he's out. If you look at others' accomplishment as a reason for you to be rewarded, promoted, or complimented, change your viewpoint. Let praise go to those who are the beneficiaries of your leadership. Speak less frequently and suspend your self interest. Instead, allow everyone in your care to speak for themselves. Change how you see their performance from being a credit to your skill to the thrill they exhibit over their accomplishment. You'll cease wanting credit and alternatively feel the happiness and pride that you're experiencing. This is how Hafiz described this in his 14th century poem. Even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, "You owe me." Look what happens with a love like that. with a love like that, it lights up the whole sky. Love those you are entrusted to lead, just as the sun loves our planet. Therefore, be there to serve, never demanding anything in return. Okay? Nobody owes anybody anything. All debts are cleared today. Do you understand? Cosmically, we are net zero today. Okay? You don't owe the bank anything. You don't owe your brother or your sister or your mother or your father anything. You do not owe your best friends, your partners, anybody in your circles of influence. If you are an all true, you are cosmically cleared of all cosmic debt, time, money, energy. It's all just net zero because the universes have divided. Universe A, all true, is going north to Polaris. We're guiding the ship. Universe B is bummed down, bumming me out. Universe B goes down and it's heavy, right? It goes because it's hate. It's the hate dimension. It goes negative energy. Negative energy just goes. You just have to chakra. You just have to chakra eliminate it from your system and your thoughts, right? As soon as you do that, your vibrational energy just comes back up to 432. Okay, so if you're currently in the doomer stage right now, if you want to get out of it, meditate. I love you. Choose some situations with your children or anyone you've been designated to supervise to become an active observer. Nod, smile, frown, or gesture without saying a thing, where you previously would have readily interfered. Notice how your active observing impacts those you've been assigned to lead. Okay? I am a servant leader. Okay? I have no interest in money. I cannot eat money. Money comes to me easily and frequently. Money is infinite, guys. So just remember today to connect to your infinite source. We're all going back to that place from where we came before we were born, right? That is source. That is Tao. And whether you follow Tao or not, Tao follows you. There is no way to escape Tao. Tao is life. Life is Tao. It is nowhere and is everywhere in the fractal and Mandelbrot universe. Namaste from Will Nemo. Cheers.